Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Up next, it's our main event between the Green Bay Packers
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Come on, set! Cougar 19! Ready!
They'll start on the ground with Price. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. So you look at this Bronco defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
They go play action. Daniels. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before. They work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
A gain of 3, second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Go street! Left, 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing now is Daniels. This completes the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 seconds. Go.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Oh, my God. Ready? 11.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Bombers, bombers, bombers.
One play action. Here's Nix. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. What's good on the extra point? And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Daniels. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Here's Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now he's free at the 35. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Daniels, 65 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. To try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the giver speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet. But we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together. And we're capable of doing so.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Captain. Oh, what's up?
Nix to the air. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
One of the advantages of those defenses, I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw, here's Nix. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Broncos at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Here's Nix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's 3rd and 7. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Huddle, huddle, huddle. 37, 37. Joe.
Nix looking to throw again. Sutton rolling it in on the left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing Nix. Gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Hey, look at this Packers defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Nix to throw again. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. 7-7, our score after 1. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get in the end zone, bud. Almost set. Ready.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Almost set.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Nix going to keep this himself. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Daniels looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here we go, here we go. Tap the 60, tap the 60.
To throw is Daniels. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. This is taken at the 23. Excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Ready? Captain.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Bombers. Joe.
To throw is Nix. He's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Almost set. Ready. My name is Captain.
Now it's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And a nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Almost set. Ready. My name is
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? That is going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Ready. Joe. Away. Captain.
Back to throw. Nix looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mustang 70, Timberwolf. 18, 5 here. Panther 11, Panther 11.
In motion, the tight end. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Nix going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try to put the football in one.
Right off the bat. It's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
On the set.
First down. A gain of 12.
Got me right. Here we go. Like
To the air goes Daniels. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
That's another Packers first down.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. Panther 60. Panther 60 average. 60 average.
Now Daniels. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 65 yards. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos are able to move back in front. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and a couple. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Daniels. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So here's a 3rd and 14. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harvey. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now, because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when, as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, often to great success.
Now they'll audible to something else. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's Nix once more. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Quick throw out wide, and Pierce is gone. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Captain. Olay. Bombers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Nix from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to the air with Nix. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Marvin Mims, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, how do you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game?
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
2nd and 6. They go play action. Daniels. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Let's go now. 19.
Throwing now is Daniels. That is caught. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. He's got it with the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
70.
On the play. That's another Packers.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
At the 10-yard line.
They'll run here with Price. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Ready. Bronco 80. Ready.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft from 8 yards out. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jaleel McLaughlin now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
35-yard line.
Ready. Right here.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Looks good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that on your side.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Off the play fake, Daniels. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
Led the right down in the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Price. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Get it ready.
Second and 9.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal.
Here's Daniels. That's to Kraft, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Able to find his man, Kraft. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his